Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. As from left off, we heard more about Phoenix, and it seems that we have a break now, a little bit, but now we're going to hear from Phoenix's girlfriend, Dalia. I keep wanting to say Delilah, but her name's Dahlia, I believe is how you want to say it. Dahlia Hawthorne. She's going to be the witness, and supposedly she witnessed the whole thing, so maybe she'll save it all. I mean, I would think so, but we'll see what's up. But it seems like Mia's a little... something's up. There's something more than meets the eye, not to copy from Transformers there, but it seems like something else is going on that we don't know about. Maybe we'll learn more about it later on. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. This next person is someone who witnessed the crimes that happened. Prosecution calls Miss Dalia Hawthorne to the stand. Ooh, what the hell? She's like the most pure someone there. I don't know. What's with all this? What's up with this? What's with the stiff silence? In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. I can't believe he actually said that! Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I cut them right down to size, and I'll bash them with my gavel. I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You were all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing, and that was my phone. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine! No, the honor is all mine! Well, we all know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Wow, okay, continuing on. Sir? Is there something I can help you with? You just go on and say whatever's on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes. I can see why you say that. She's gonna be a tough witness, alright. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. Man, just look at her. What I witnessed. I've been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class is over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie just got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Definitely no. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth. But I would never... That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. Teehee, you haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before. Once. In any case, Miss Faye, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madam Faye. Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly. Oh, wow. So yeah, you can definitely sense that there is a history now between them. We all know that. But is it essentially a good one? Well, okay, let's go ahead and see what she... Right here, she said that he just got all wobbly and collapsed. So, yeah, just like how the judge said, we didn't do anything wrong. Let's look at some of the information here that I haven't gotten a chance to look at here. Oops. Damn it, keep pressing the wrong buttons here. So, okay, Cold Killer X is in the victim's hand. It has Phoenix's fingerprints. Owned by the victim, found broken near an electrical pole. So the victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened. So, and a bottle of the present from Phoenix. Now here's a newspaper clip. We didn't get to see this just yet. An article from August 28th, almost 8 months ago. Let's see, murder in a courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time, since the victim of yesterday's incident is in the district courthouse cafeteria. Said to have been a lawyer. However, the police are questioning a 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Okay, well, there's that. Well, let's go ahead and just press on this information. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony? No, there has to be a contradiction here. According to Phoenix, feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never... Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting... Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover up for the defendant. It would be much better if you just came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear any noise either. She didn't hear any noise? Well, that's weird, because according to Phoenix's testimony, there was a loud snap. Objection! You say you didn't hear any noise. Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Down! May I have a moment to answer? By all means. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to lit up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his thun to come to an end yet, so the sky continued to flash and rumble. thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. So, what was it? She didn't hear anything? She was listening to music? Or that there was lightning? Lightning. Electricity. Death? Maybe. Your Honor, this is a problem with the witness's testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Well, yes. What about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere. Am I right? Now is not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? Oh, exclamation mark. I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me. Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. That must be terrible luck. I mean, geez. Well, it appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental? Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty verdict. Uh-oh. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day of that location. What? What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence? This affidavit. And who is this affidavit from? The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out the recorded testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day. Was it a blackout? All the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m. Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly! In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. Well, there goes our idea. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently, the cables have become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. Great. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it had been bumped into, correct? Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable? Your Honor? I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum here. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Well, we think about it here. Who or what? Or more precisely, who? We don't have any evidence that shows that what could cause anything to break, but... Let's say if Phoenix pushed a guy, he might have pushed him into the pole while he fell, so maybe that's what broke, and maybe that's what caused it. Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. The defendant's testimony? He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct? Well, yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that... The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right into Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. That makes complete sense. Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion, as it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break. Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. It doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by a severed cable in the foreground here. Ah! My voice broke up there. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Oh. Order! Order in the court! The lamentations of my enemy. How I long to hear them. Well, it's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have... Mr. Judge, sir? May I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation? She said some things are a little different than I remember them. What the? Oh, great. She's like, why is she giving me a hard time? Come on! Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge? Of course it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony. This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. Her true colors? What does that mean? Maybe we'll find out next time, guys. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I'll see you guys later.